In the previous episode of The Last Tape, after 40 years, Megan wakes to a world transformed, finding solace with her niece. But she's haunted by a sinister VHS tape that appears and vanishes, until one night, under a dark force, she unknowingly uploads the cursed video online. With help from Jin-Soo, a stranger who knows the curse's secrets, they devise a plan to end the horror. Yet the darkness lingers, watching, waiting to strike again. Megan had always faced terror alone, the darkness lurking at the edges of her mind for as long as she could remember. But now, after her encounters with the cursed tape, she found herself reaching out for help. While Megan had experienced the nightmare firsthand, Jin-Soo had spent years hunting down the evil that spread through the cursed videotapes. And now, more than ever, he was determined to stop the curse from claiming more lives. They both knew they had to work together if they were to stop this evil from spreading further. After days of talking and strategizing, Megan reluctantly agreed to join his team. She had never considered herself part of any group before, but if this was what it took to end the curse, she would do it. Jin-Soo invited her to Seoul, telling her that if they wanted any real chance of success, they needed to work closely and efficiently. The thought of leaving her home in London was daunting, especially with the hallucinations and constant whispers clawing at her sanity. But Megan understood that the evil wouldn't stop, not unless she faced it head-on. A week later, Megan clutched her ticket and moved through the airport, her mind swirling with doubts and confusion. But she pressed on, boarding the flight and settling into her seat as the plane lifted off from London, leaving behind the familiar and flying toward the unknown.
I'll be honest, 요즘이 생각에만 나. It's dishonest to say that I've been feeling alive. 난 아니야, staying up and out of the chance. 네가 필요 없다고 그 잔인한 거짓말.
When she landed in Seoul, the unfamiliar city greeted her with the hum of life she hadn't felt in years. The noise, the lights. It was overwhelming, almost suffocating after her long isolation. But there, amidst the chaos, stood Jin-Soo, his presence calm, yet intense. His reassuring demeanor felt like a lifeline in the storm of confusion swirling within her. He picked her up from the airport, and as they drove through the bustling streets of Seoul, Megan felt a strange sense of relief in his company. Jin-Soo explained the situation, recounting how he and his team had been gathering data for years. They had built a small but powerful operation, tracking the cursed video's movement across the internet, tracing the spread of the darkness through cyberspace. After a long drive, they arrived at the Jin-Soo office, an empty and old warehouse on the outskirts of Seoul. His office, if it could be called that, looked more like the command center of a covert operation. Screens flickered with data, and monitors displayed strings of code, maps, and video feeds. Piles of documents lay scattered across the room. Inside, Jin-Soo introduced her to his team. Hyun-woo, Jin-Soo's friend and a skilled hacker, sat behind an intimidating array of screens, his fingers moving swiftly across his keyboard. He barely acknowledged Megan's arrival. Despite his aloofness, his reputation preceded him. He was one of the best at what he did, and it was Hyun-woo who had been tracking the cursed video's online trail, following the dark tendrils it left across the web. Megan also met Min-ji, Hyun-woo's younger sister, who greeted her with a warmth that contrasted sharply with her brother's cold demeanor. Min-ji, though young, was equally brilliant. Her specialty lay in blending science with the supernatural, something Megan had never thought possible. Min-ji had developed devices that could bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual realms, a unique understanding that was critical in their fight against the cursed tape. As Megan stood in the center of the room, surrounded by the buzz of data and the quiet determination of Jin-Soo's team, she realized that she was no longer alone in this fight. It was now a shared mission, a collective effort to stop the spread of an ancient evil. But even as they prepared to act, Megan couldn't shake the feeling that the darkness was closer than ever, watching and waiting for its next move. In the next episode of The Last Tape, in a dimly lit room, Jin-Soo, Megan, Hyun-woo, and Min-ji gather around flickering monitors, tense with urgency. Hyun-woo reveals a chilling list of those who downloaded the cursed video, urging the team to act fast. Min-ji presents a risky device designed to bridge their world with the cursed realm. With determination, Megan agrees to test it, fully aware of the dark consequences. Can they confront the evil lurking beyond? Subscribe to our channel for updates.